Hi, Pastor Ralph with you again. Sorry it's taken a couple of days to make up some of these videos, but I'm really excited about this one. Today I'm looking at Luke chapter 13, the first 9 verses. Do you ever get involved in a situation where misfortune has come to you, something bad, or where it's happened to somebody else? When I moved to Alaska, there was a family in Petersburg. 3 members of the family died in a boating accident. They were fishermen, and people in the community were pretty quick to come together and to say, well, they shouldn't have been out in these circumstances. They should have known. They should have been more careful. And that happens sometimes. Sounds a lot like gossip, but it is what happens in conversations at times. We talk about things that happen and that are significant to us. And maybe that's where Jesus was in this story and parable, that he was encountering people who were aware of events of the day or past events. So here's how the reading goes. Now there were some present at that time who told Jesus about the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mixed with their sacrifices. Jesus answered, "Do you think that these Galileans were worse sinners than all the other Galileans because they suffered this way?" And his hearers may have said, well, yes, of course, isn't that the case? Jesus responded, "I tell you, no. But unless you repent, you too will all perish. Or those 18 who died when the tower in Siloam fell on them. Do you think they were more guilty than all the others living in Jerusalem?" And his hearers may have said, "Yes, we do." Jesus said, "I tell you, no, but unless you repent, you too will all perish." And I think that was part of what was going on in Petersburg with other fishermen and other people in the community, that they recognized that people engaged in dangerous work. You've perhaps watched the series World's Most Dangerous Catch, or I forget what the exact title is, but World's Deadliest Catch. You're familiar with it. You've seen people out on fishing boats in rough Alaska waters, and it's dangerous. And this community knew. In fact, every year there was a ceremony and a wreath laying remembering people who had died in fishing. So it's a recognition that things are dangerous. And Jesus is in a sense saying to these folks, it is a serious matter that you're talking about. How you are with God is serious. So he tells this parable. A man had a fig tree growing in his vineyard, and he went to look for fruit on it, but it did not find any. So he said to the man who took care of the vineyard, "For 3 years now, I've been coming to look for fruit on this fig tree, and I haven't found any. Cut it down. Why should it use up the soil?" "Sir," the man replied, "leave it alone for 1 more year, and I'll dig around it and fertilize it. If it bears fruit next year, fine. If not, then cut it down." To me, this is yet another beautiful story of grace and mercy, actually. Jesus could have said, "You deserve punishment and you're going to get it." But Jesus, in a sense, says there is a time and a place. 1 more year, 1 more year. As Jesus is going towards Jerusalem, what's going to happen in 1 more year? They'll be looking back on his death and his resurrection, and what will they do with it, and how will they behave? There's a place for us also to take stock. There's a place for us to recognize others around us. Perhaps we're a bit like that person working in the vineyard. Can we help? Can we help prepare the soil for others? Can we help be good news for other people? Can we be an invitation into relationship with God? And may we, in the process, be drawn more deeply into a loving relationship with God and others. Well, that's probably enough for today, so I'll say farewell and see you again soon. God bless you.